Yes. Hello.
Hey
Yes.
everybody, how's it going? Thanks for showing up and hanging out with us at Girls 20s Worlds. For Roll4Luck Wednesday, we are here. We are doing some shenanigans. We're queer. We're gonna try not to do crimes. I'm not entirely sure yet. But in the meantime, let's go around the table and see who we got and who they will be playing for tonight. Starting with Ava.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's Mother Ava here. Tonight I'm playing Samir. Ooh, that scared me. Samir, the Fate Paladin. Also, the Stormfather Warlock Pact. She has that now. Yay. Um, both of us use she, her pronouns. And let's see if she gets a fiance tonight. Woohoo.
Surely that will be the easy part, right? Bree.
Hello, I am Bree. Sometimes I am Yotul, sometimes I am various other characters, but today I will also be Nina. We both use she, they pronouns, and Nina is a Pisces variant night skin, Tempest cleric, and also a rogue! One level of rogue, gang gang. I'm very excited about that. Nina is here to turn heads, get information, and possibly do crime with that +8 sleight of hand she now has. So
I did not, in fact, account for that. So here we are. DK.
Hi, hello. I am DK. I play Sir Desdemona Morgaine, the Feywild Water Genasi and Oath of Lore Paladin, and level 1 monk.
Ooh.
She's here for work.
Uh oh, and hey, it's me. I am Ryu. I do stuff on the internet when my internet lets me, and I'm also do stuff for GRTW when GRTW is always awesome, per usual. And the Chaos Mistress for Roll for Luck. I usually have to read that. I don't know why. It's not like I'm here or anything. It's fine. Um, let's. Anybody want to get double inspo to do a recap of last week? Anybody able? Do I need to take the double inspo?
No, always keep that from you. I can do it. It's a very short one. Last we left off, which was last week, we rewound time a little bit for Lucky to be able to do what she needed to do during her downtime. She researched to see if there was any survivors of her crew, but came across a vision in her sleep one night, showing a tower in the distance on an island. Her crow midnight flying towards it. Is it ominous? Who knows? It could be a vision. It could just be her goddess being like, you need to go to the tower. We haven't figured that out yet, but now she has that going for her. On the flip side of maybe religious divination shenanigans, Nina started reading the papers. Nina found out that Samir had some kidnap plots against her. Grandma stopped that. So I guess thanks for that. I guess. We don't know what's happening with that. We'll discover that maybe later, eventually. We'll see. But for now, there's a party. We got some art that I commissioned. We all look so stylish and lovely. And we got to see the queen's wife, and we all were gay for her. And that's really where we left off.
uh,
Divination, kidnapping plots, gay
uh,
wife.
yeah. Future polykills as far as I know. You get a polykill, and you get a polykill. Um,
That's the plan. That's the plan.
um, yeah, double inspo. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, we definitely have some art. As you can tell, we have our new overlay with our character art, as they are in looking fabulous for the masquerade ball. And you have Ren Relic to thank for that. Please go check out their Instagram and yeah, keep up to date with the awesomeness. Their commissions, as far as I know, are open, so you need to check on that and do that. Please and thank you. Also, please don't forget. I probably should have did this during my intro, but now, go talk to your the people with the change in the pockets and the change in the couches and throw us a sub. Or if you have a Prime sub, throw it to us because we need it. Thanks. Now I love that. It's like a crab. I don't know what that is. It's fine. Okay, so now let us get back into the scene as it was in the ball. As some of you may recall, and those descriptions might change because we all know I do what I want. As we can tell, we are in a very large ball hall in the main castle for Kiss. I say main castle as if there are many. There might be, we don't know yet. The decorations are set. The people are here. They are in the best fashions with their masks and glamours, some of them magically glamored to make it easy for them to mix, mingle, and network, with the reveal happening at the end of the ball itself. In between now and then, we do have a few meetings happening, a few check-ins, a few of everything, but none before, as some would know, the crier as Lola steps out after the queen's queen makes her entrance and walks towards the main section for their seating arrangement. Lola makes it to the middle of the floor and just using a magical thaumaturgy of some sort, makes it an announcement. Welcome, one and all. We appreciate everybody for stopping in. We know what this is and why we are here. We're here to mix, mingle, and procure new connections. Hopefully, not just sitting by the same friends, hopefully making new from the old, and hopefully making some changes to the status quo. The whole purpose of this is to make sure that the humans and non-humans alike continue to move together, because that's the only way we're going to keep moving. Always, always pay your all due respect to the queens as they, of course, light up the floor for us. And then she waves towards the queens as they begin to walk out on the dance floor and begin the dance. And about 10 minutes after they dance a little bit, everyone else starts to move to the dance floor as well. The party seems to be in full swing as people start to do the Macarena, do the Vogue, do a little duck walk, do a little something on the floor. And it is a good time starting. Well, I'm not going to ask what would you like to do, because in this case, the camera is going to pan over to Dizzy. Dizzy.
Yes.
As you are sitting at one of the tables that are in the purple area towards where the queens and the higher-ups of the castle, guards, and just people that work closely with the powers that be are sitting. You feel warm energy as someone leans over and just says, "You look about as calm as a coiled snake ready to go." When you look over your shoulder, you see Glenn, who is the copper dragonborn that was walking on the outskirts near the queen. This is a copper-scaled dragonborn with tail strips and tips on their very small wings on their back. Small build. Honestly, they hardly ever speak to a lot of people, but they have noticed. They are very good at noticing things. So when they lean down, you know for a fact they're checking in to see what you're coiled for.
I think Dizzy just kind of calmly sips from whatever glass she has in her hand and sets it down, and doesn't turn around all the way, just sort of turns her head so that she can address Glim. I guess you could say that, well, you know what balls are like. You have to prepare for anything. People get drunk, people get jealous, people start fighting. Wouldn't do to be off my guard.
This is true, but it's not exactly you on the clock. You can enjoy yourself for a little bit. Trust me, we will let you know if we need you to jump in for any of our things.
Glim, you know I love my work.
Yes, I do. Just enjoy the night. At least for me. I will be working and blending per usual.
Yes, because you blend so well, Glim.
She just flutters her wings a little bit.
You look nice, by the way.
I was going to say the same to you.
Well, thank you, and thanks for the conversation.
Relax, please. And she begins to walk away. Bree, or who's Bree? Who's that?
Who's that? I
Nina.
don't know who that is. Yes. Yes. How can I help you out?
Yes. As you are kind of blending in and talking amongst people, getting a little bit of a gossip and information, just it's mostly gossip. It's not really information that you can use for or against anybody. But in a few moments, a one of the servants come by with a platter of treats. It just kind of leans towards everybody and just like, "Would you like any refreshments while you?"
I don't know, yo. You can't get me a second time, yo. I wanna inspect these streets. Cause why is my thing that somebody's coming over with treats?
It's a
For
party.
what?
There are
Why?
treats everywhere,
Why?
and people are bringing.
Give Dizzy a drink. Give Samir a drink. Has Samir drinking anything yet?
I'll drink.
I'm not at your table
what
though.
I thought was poison, so I'll give. Yeah,
I'm not at your table, so that's the reason why I'm not interfering in this.
I would like to one, I would like to see if everyone else is drinking, and two, I would like to the check out the treats to see if they're
Do you
poison.
want an insight? An insight for this? Please roll an insight for this.
Yes. You know what's
just...
so freaking funny? I don't even have my character sheet open.
Girl,
I'm over here like. Luckily, I have a quick save.
I'm mainly thinking of the Baldur's Gate Alive D&D game that they did, and Neil being like, "I'm going to test to see if this wine is good." No. I can just see Nina like.
No, that's absolutely 18.
Okay. Hold, please.
Am I allowed to give myself guidance?
Yes.
Sure.
You have it.
Well, I'm a cleric.
Okay.
I don't know why I said it like all clerics have guidance. That's just fundamentally incorrect. But
yeah, some of them like to live on the edge and not have guidance prepared.
Okay. Dirty 20.
For a dirty 20. Yeah. Everybody else around you, a few people have picked up a couple drinks off of this tray specifically, and they begin to sip and talk and laugh, barely even noticing the person that stopped by to hand off these drinks in the first place. Something you notice is in the time that you've been here, kind of moving around, this person has seemingly always end up wherever you are section wise. And when you realize that and you look up, this is a uh, it just seems like it's one of the workers of the castle that has a mask on, a buster's suit, as they have been moving snacks or drinks or food around the area. They seem um, perfectly average.
Bet. I want to. Um, I'm gonna. Uh, they passed around drinks, like it was drinks or like a treat or whatever.
It was drinks on this tray.
Okay. So I think what Nina's gonna do is that Nina's going to be like, she's gonna whisper to the person next to her and be like, "Oh, do you like want my drink? I'm trying to, try to stay level-headed tonight. Don't want to get in any trouble." And then like I want to essentially switch their glass with like the empty one. So I want to have the empty one and give them
Mhm.
like the person next to me a full one, which
Okay.
which I'm assuming will be fine. And then I
Yeah.
want to like
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
and then I want to like thank you. And then I want to walk towards the the person like passing around the drinks, and I want to pretend to like trip and like bump into them and like kind of like go into their pocket, and I kind of want a sleight of hand like pulling something out of like their pocket or whatever, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." The liquor's getting to me a little.
Uh,
Uh
um.
can I have another drink, please? And I want to bat my
So
eyelashes.
several things are happening.
Yes.
I need either a deception or performance, and a sleight of hand as well, and
Okay.
a perception.
Okay, so a perception, like a performance or deception, and then a sleight of hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Close enough.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. We're gonna do.
Several things are.
We're gonna do perception first. Oh,
Uh-huh.
jeez, it fell in my lap. Okay, that's not gonna count because it landed on my dress. And let me move this out of the way so I have a flat surface. Okay, that's So for perception, that is
Mhm.
a 5, 6, 7, 9. I can count. 9. That's 9. So 9 perception. Now
Uh-huh.
we're gonna do a deception.
Uh-huh.
Ugh, that was not on a flat surface. I need to move things. Hold on, let me move this back more.
Mhm.
Can I can only use guidance on one of these rolls, I'm assuming.
It would be, yeah, you can only use it on one.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use it on deception.
Mhm.
Okay, 10. Okay, so deception is 15 total. And
Mhm.
then what was the last one? Sleight of hand. Come on,
Mhm.
baby. Can I use that wait, who gave me was that inspiration in chat serious or was that a joke? Oh,
That was the
okay.
inspo rollover in chat.
No, I
Uh
gave my inspos that I got tonight for to recap. I gave them to Bree
Oh,
because I already have
okay.
two. So yeah, I'll give them to Bree.
I got
You're
you.
so sweet. I'm gonna use one of those for my sleight of hand roll. And you know what? I'm gonna put these pink dice back because you aren't being nice to me today. And we're gonna bring up the sparkly ones. Okay. I can do math.
Mhm.
8 plus 7, y'all. No. Yeah, 8
15.
plus 7. 15?
15?
15.
Okay, then 15.
Um,
So deception was 15.
mhm.
Sleight of hand was 15.
Mhm.
And perception was 9.
Yeah, about that. Okay. Um, as you are doing a little show of the bumping into this person, um, and they kind of catch you a little bit and hold up the tray a little higher so they can try to like catch you with their forearm. Um, the as you go, that seemed to have worked, but as you go for their pockets, they hold a grip on your arm, just like, excuse me, I am unfortunately not on the menu for whatever this is.
Oh no,
Ma'am?
they thought I was feeling the.
You can't just go around doing that. If you need a drink, I could do that, but in any, there's, I mean, you just have to buy dinner first. Like, I feel like there's a few steps here getting skipped.
Nina's gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're right. I'm so sorry. That was like really uncouth of me. Whew. Maybe I won't have that other drink. I tend to get a little overzealous. Let's start over. It's wonderful to meet you. I'm Sir Sovereignty. I know it seems like you're working here and everything, but I don't know. You seem like, can I be like straightforward with you? Is that cool? Is that like, are you cool with that? Or are you busy? You look busy. You look like a busy person.
I am working the ball. Did you need something out of the back or something special? Do you have any allergies that I need to?
You know, and like,
No.
that's so sweet. Like, I really appreciate you checking in. I just like can't help but notice, and people have told me I have a really keen eye, but I can't help but notice that, you know, I happen to notice you particularly kind of being around the sections that I'm like perusing. So I just kind of want to know, like, is it for cute and flirting purposes, or is this for like, did somebody ask you to watch me or something? Because, you know, like,
No, I'm very good at my job, and I'm very good at telling when refills and things need to be acquired quicker. So I kind of tend, if I'm going to be straight honest, I kind of tend to stick to the ones that are going to tip the best. And with a name like Sir Sovereignty, I assumed you and your circles would, which I have been right all night, to be fair.
it's true, I would have tipped well. I want to roll an insight check because I don't believe this person. Me tip. They don't know I would tip well. How would they know that? Sir Sovereignty, if anything, Sir Sovereignty would make me think that you would be a terrible tipper.
The server knows that you're a millennial and that so you're obligated to tip more.
That I feel stressed. Yes. So I rolled an 18. So that is so with guidance, that is a 30.
Fuck. Little with very much ease. This person is smiling and shifting, more so than a servant looking for tips would be. It is steeped in lies of some sort.
That's very sweet. That's very cute. You're very cute. So here's the deal, sweetie. Are you okay with pet names? Does that make you like feel uncomfortable, or like, you know, I could just call you like whatever name that you would prefer?
I'm going to Ryu is going to ask you, Bree, who is Nina, what is a nickname you really hated that a lot of your close circle would call you when they're either angry or poking the most fun that isn't fun for anybody else?
Ooh, Like Nina, like who? Like what would they say to Nina?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think you've asked me this before. No, you asked me about a code name or something.
Yeah.
Um, I think it would be something, I can't remember what it was, but it was like it would be something akin to that, but meaner. So like something that like represent like meant like loudmouth or something like, or like I don't know what's a mean thing that teenagers say. What do mean?
What are teenagers?
I have something, but it's kind of like it's more of a you have to think about it, and it's like, oh, that is kind of rude. Shadow, because she always wants to cling to people.
Ooh, that's good actually.
Yeah,
I
you have to
like
think
that.
about it, but yeah,
No,
as soon as
no,
you
no,
do, it's
no,
like,
no. And
wait a
that's
minute.
probably why she hates it, because she probably thought it was cool for like 5
and
years.
then realized,
And then,
yeah.
and then someone told
It's like,
her.
hey, wait a minute.
No, that's
You
cool. That's great.
mother. Okay. So as you ask if nicknames are okay, they say I'm about as okay with nicknames as someone would be to a shadow, I guess. And then like looks at you pointedly.
Nina's like cutesy smile and stuff falls. And then she looks at this person up and down. And she's going to be like, I see. So that's the game we're playing. Okay. You have a wonderful night.
Be careful. Have the nice night. The Sir Sovereignty should always have. I'll get back to work. If you don't mind this. And it just changes back to the
Of course. And watch your back. You never know what type of person would want to stick a knife in it. Bye. She walks away.
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh, I'm gonna add guidance. Come on. Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't know what dice I picked up. I'm gonna.
Uh-huh.
So here's my question. I just grabbed a D20 and my brain does not register what it is, and they're next to each other, and it's either a 2 or a nat 20. So should I just roll again? Because I don't think I'm gonna move these. These
Here's
are
the
gonna go
thing.
somewhere else.
Because I do want you to win, but I don't want to give it to you. So in this moment, with everything that has been going on in this last month, specifically last month and a half, and all of your connections and you being on high alert for tonight specifically, what it described to me what Nina does to stretch the bounds of their perception.
I think what Nina would do is that Nina would so Nina's normally like a Nina's normally like a lone lone wolf, like not wolf, like a lone duckling. Like um and I feel like, especially after everything that's happened so far, like she is like especially after like how the team worked together to put together the like possible nine hells infernal shit. I think she's over here like, I have to be able to contribute, I have to be able to be part of the team, so I have to be on the lookout for information, because like I have to be able to like come back with as much details as possible, because like even if I can't figure it out, somebody who's smarter than me might be able to.
with that push through your perception, you can take that natural 20.
Delicious. Let's move these because this is
Please do. Um,
I. There's no reason why I should have them all in a circle like this, and I just don't think ahead.
with your natural 20 perception, you kind of feel and see what you didn't feel upon your first contact with this person after they caught you. Um, this is for certain a glamour. You didn't recognize them at all, but the name shadow brings together a couple energies that you're like, mm,
So I would say for a fact that Nina 100% believes it's Cole. Like 100% is like, I don't know who else it could be. It has to be Cole, and that's not good because I've avoided him uh all month.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's actually Cole, but that's what Nina thinks.
Yeah. Do you after they begin to walk away, do you say or do anything as they walk away?
No, I let them walk away and I go back to what I'm doing. I would like to add, I think Nina would make sure to have like an eye on them, like at least like, in the background, like at all times. And whenever that they come around again, Nina would just like switch into listening mode instead of talking.
Okay. Um, Lovely. As our camera pans, da, 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 da. um, did I not put this on the right list? Why, Lord? Why am I like this? Nope. Hold, please. Hold.
Y'all, Beyonce's concert, I'm like, touring is almost done. And you know what that means? She's going to disappear for 5 years. And I hate her for that.
um, awesome. Okay. Um, as the camera pans over towards Samir and Shakti as they walk towards the table of the Piercer family, um, you are greeted um, by a kind of on the thicker side, feminine figure, clad in all black, with silver um, trimming all over their uh, dress, and a dark black, almost cloud-like cloak around their back, around their shoulders, should I say, with black and gray hair. You um, see that this one is kind of being sat next to a fire genasi, who is kind of scrawny looking, but has a puffy black fro, with flaming curly ends to the fro. And on the other side is Jaden. As you approach the table, Jaden stands, and this figure is being helped by Jaden to stand, and she greets um, your grandmother with a slight uh, bow. Your grandmother does the same, as she starts to say, "Oh, it is a wonder to be able to mix, mingle, and have a hopefully good outcome to tonight's um, connections, as it were. in case we need some introductions, let me be the person to do the honors. Um, my name is Ara, uh, and I am the person. I feel like giving away is not the right term. Allowing the connection to be made for my son Jaden. Um, Shakti just kind of says, "Of course," and I am Shakti Inamia, and I am allowing the connection to be made with my granddaughter, Samir Inamia, and Jaden.
Samir just gives like a slight bend of the head and a curtsy, but just still silent right now.
Jaden is kind of standing behind Ara with kind of a military stance with his arms behind his back, and just kind of leans down and nods and does a smirk towards you. Um, and the person that was sitting to the right of Ara slightly stands and just kind of does a full like bend for because it's like everybody else is doing it. So I guess I okay, just kind of does that.
I
And
feel like
Jaden
just
just kind of
I feel like on impulse, weirdly, Samir sees that and then just does the deepest curtsy after that. It's like it's a bow curtsy. He's like, "Oh, if we're doing dramatically," he's like, "Hell yeah!"
Jaden just kind of reaches over and just kind of pats this one with the smile. It's like I don't think you have to. It's fine. Just sit down. We're just like, oh yeah, sure.
Samir will make a point to smile at that person. It's like, "Hey, I got you. I got you."
um, as Ara continues, so how would we like to proceed with things? Do hmm. I suppose since the dancing has already begun, would you like to sit here and discuss together your wants and needs, or would you like to uh, dance a little together to break the ice? As um, Jaden just kind of big smiles, like I would love to do a dance if you would have me. And he reaches out his hand towards Samir.
She looks at the hand, looks over grandmother, just like I said I was gonna do this. Okay, fine. And then lightly take the hand. It's like, please lead the way.
I was gonna ask you to lead the way, but either way, here we go. We're off. And just kind of takes you by that, like claps your hand, and then a void black wing kind of wraps around your back as you are pulled towards the dance floor. Um, the as you're just out of earshot, the camera would catch these two head of households kind of lean towards each other, and the smile is still on their faces as you can tell there is a less than pleasant conversation beginning between the two of them. Uh,
Can I, Nina, listen in? Like as I see, I want to just like be like, you know, like when someone is behind you or whatever, but they're
mhm,
having a conversation with somebody else, but really they listen in.
yeah. Um, I'm gonna need either deception or perception.
Deception or perception. I'm gonna do deception. Okay, that's another 18 plus 2 guidance plus 5. So 18,
Oh,
20, 25
25.
for deception. That's for deception.
Deception. Got it. All right. You can most certainly have begin moving once you start the introduction starting. Begin moving towards them, and as you see the back of Samir and Jaden walk towards the floor, and these two move closer to speak with one another, you for sure hear a little bit of their conversation. Well, most, if not all, of their conversation. Truly, um, is you. Uh, you hear Mother Rahani leans over. Um, and you are sure he's up for the challenge to be able to actually win her over. She could use that extra protection. And Ara speaks. At this point, I think you're asking our family is entirely too much for too little. But yes, he's up for the challenge. And he always takes care of what needs to be taken care of. Surprisingly enough, he was excited to meet Samir, so that's something. And Mother Ronnie just kind of leans back and says, excited or not, I hope this one goes through. And then they begin the small talk dance.
Okay. I mean, once it starts going to small talk, Nina will find something else to do. She'll be like, oh, boring. Like,
um, as you are making your way to the dance floor, um, uh, da 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 da. Dizzy, what are you and your what's you and your family table looking like? What are y'all uh doing or discussing, if anything at all? Who are y'all trying to mingle with?
Um, I think that my mom and dad are probably not at the table. I think that they're probably up and moving around. They're probably on the dance floor. Um, Dizzy is very pointedly, comfortably seated in her chair and is very much the eternal knight who is in a ball gown but is clearly there for work and not for fun. She does have like a steady supply of some kind of alcoholic drink, but she is sitting watching the dance floor, and still is just listening for any conversations in celestial or primordial.
Mm, okay. Um.
She's staying where she is because she's pretty perfectly located to hear out into the room. So
Mhm.
she is trying to stay where she is.
Okay. Do me a favor and roll. Gonna be a lot of perceptions tonight. Perception.
18.
Okay. Um. Actually, what would it be? Okay. So with an 18, um, what little conversations that you do hear it's in Celestial that you do hear is 1,000% business and small talk amongst some people. Some family is off to the left or further down, um, not from the castle guards and workers section specifically. Uh, and it doesn't seem to be um, a lot useful to you, but that's the only um, celestial conversation that you come across. You do hear other conversations specifically about some of the um, families, and then there is something that sparks out to you about the time that Samir is going towards the dance floor with this person known as Jaden. Um, Someone off to the side, um, near the family of the table for the charming family, um, just kind of stands up abruptly and it's just like, oh no, he's going out with someone else, God, and just starts like, um, goes kind of into this huff about, I thought I was picking the right one as they were walking in, God, and just it a misconnection you may or may not have noticed.
Of the conversations that I do hear, particularly the celestial ones that are about business and just general fluff, do I hear anything that stands out as coded language, like repeating of the same phrases, anything that sounds like they're using common language to talk about something else?
Um, that I think might be an insight. And you're looking for specifically just the celestial conversation for this, or anywhere around you.
I'm listening for languages other than common. Even if they're
Mm.
not necessarily ones that I speak, I'm specifically listening for people. Here's the thing. I know that these families have criminal histories of some kind or questionable histories, and
Mm.
not all of those conversations happen behind closed doors. So essentially listening to hear if I, even like Rosetta Stone style, if I hear the same phrase in a language I don't understand several times, I'm trying to hear if I hear anything that sounds like there is more than what they are actually saying.
Um, Perfect. Rolling insight. It is going to be a fairly high DC for the languages you don't know.
23.
Um, with a 23. It just dawned on me that I could have been putting these the arts or the inspirational arts that I have in our chat for y'all to see. I'll do that here in a sec. Um, it As you are trying to gauge a couple of information, you do fall on a conversation being had by um, a feminine werewolf in bipedal werewolf form, um, as they are just kind of they are decked out for ball, and they are seem to be the life of every conversation that they have danced their way into. And they have like gray fur underneath with deep purple highlights, um, as they just kind of speak to several people throughout the dance floor and some of the people at the tables. But there's always a few of the same, not so much phrases as it is a few of the same words in different tones. And after a while, you start noticing that what they're doing is a check-in with one person or another um, near the dance floor.
Check it. Okay. What do I? And this may be more than my check goes for, and that I completely understand. Do the tones that I hear them saying these words in, are they concerned, or is it more just like it sounds like it's part of, like with certain Asiatic languages, you don't use punctuation, you just change the way that you say the word. So does it sound like it's a linguistic thing, or is it like they sound concerned, they sound worried, they sound cordial?
It with the insight, it would be it's not worried. It's less cordial and more deliberate. Like it's for certain, for a purpose, but you don't know what purpose.
Okay. For now, I just want to take note of who they're talking to. Just kind of have like a mental tally going. And just kind of, I want to chew on it a little bit and see if I can figure out, if not the actual like text of what is being said, figure out what this person's role is, because clearly people are deferring to them and actually answering the check-ins. So, yeah, I think Dizzy's going to order another drink.
I'm going to give you a little something with the insight is it is most of the check-ins or the conversations that turn into the coded check-ins are only with known guards and their families. It's not with regular civilian families.
Okay. I would like to catch Glim's attention if I can.
Okay, cool.
After a couple circles, Glim kind of heads towards your general direction. As they're making another round, and they notice that you are pointedly looking towards them to come towards. She just kind of heads a little closer and stands a little behind you, and just kind of leans back. Is everything good?
Not entirely sure. You'll notice I haven't left my seat. Clearly I haven't gotten into any trouble, but I do have particularly good ears. Have you noticed the good-looking werewolf with the gray fur who's been making the rounds sort of the way you have, but only talking to people from important families?
I've noticed.
Have you noticed that the people they're talking to are guards? Like I said, I just have big ears, and I was asked not to get into any trouble. But you have to admit, it's a little odd.
I don't know if I should.
I'm not asking you to disclose anything.
Just know if they're checking in with the guards. It's for a purpose. I know who that is.
I just want to make sure that whoever that is, they're friendly.
They're friendly enough. They do their jobs well. They hardly ever work with the castle or the crown. But when they do,
So you are concerned about something.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that. You didn't need to.
Just if this one comes towards your table to do a check-in. Be careful exactly what you say. It always gets back to people.
The ones
For
we
good
know
or
or the
bad.
ones we don't?
The ones that are quicker to end a conflict before a conflict even happens.
And at this, I will turn fully to catch Glim's eyes and say, first of all, we both know I don't need a weapon to defend myself, so I'm sure that I'll be all right.
Mm.
Second of all, I understand if there are things that you cannot and will not disclose, and I assure you, I'm not asking you to. But you are the Queen Consort's bodyguard, and you are making rounds and visibly working. So you have more freedom to look around and see things than I do from where I have parked myself dutifully.
Roll a persuasion for
I would love to.
me.
That's a dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, Glim, an extra ear wouldn't hurt. They work with our, well, truth be told, they work with this is me, Ryu, trying to figure out the right word.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Where'd they go? Maybe I wrote it down. Sometimes they work with our agents for information for the crown. They've done a few jobs with your mother in the past, some of which didn't really end the way we would have liked, but they do good work, but I just don't like the way they do sometimes. So they're good enough is the best way I could put it.
Strange bedfellows. I get it.
Exactly.
Well, then I will certainly make sure that I mind my tongue should they make the rounds. And I will continue to drink and eavesdrop.
I will continue to make my rounds. I think I'm going to give this to Dizzy specifically. You know that Glim is the visual protection of the queen, but you know where Glim is, that there are several others that are never seen until needed. So as Glim walks away, you can just barely make out a lean and whisper to nothing.
As someone who leans and whispers to nothing quite often myself, I mind my business.
Literally nothing. Who you don't know is around. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna just document that knowledge and all right. I haven't gotten arrested yet, and that's good.
We're on track. Welcome in, Raiders. What's up? How's it going? Thanks for the raid.
Welcome, Raiders.
Actually, am I off on my timing? Should we go to raid? Are
we have weird time right today, so
we have weird time.
We are hitting halfway. Or
halfway?
We have
Okay.
hit halfway.
Well, I'm going to leave our viewers with this. As the camera pans back towards Samir and Jaden towards the dance floor, Jaden does kind of a do you just kind of leans down and is like, so do we want to show off for them, or do we want to, I don't know, be normal?
I was honestly about to ask you, how much of this do you really want to do?
Oh, I was actually very excited to meet you. I don't know if you've seen you, but you look amazing. And I think your adventurous side could do well with mine.
Let's give him a slow burn as we talk.
I too love slow burn. And
she'll just dip him. A twirl and a dip. How's that for leading bucko?
Not the bucko. As the swirl and the dip and the wings help with the flutters and the flourish. As we head off to break for real quick. We're gonna go get some water and take care of ourselves, and we hope that you do the same as we do a little quick break. And we will be back with tonight's continuation of the Masquerade Ball. BRB. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome.
Why are you
That was
weird?
so creepy.
That was all on you.
Yeah. Oh, like what? We even
Mhm.
helped finish the countdown.
French fried potatoes. What's up, everybody?
Why are you such an uncle? Why? Why? Why are you like that? What is the reason?
Great question. Honestly, it all started. Anyway, so welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for hanging with us and chilling with us. Um, watch as I make my cast possibly fall in love with some really cool NPCs that couldn't possibly be up to anything weird or or anything like that at all ever. Uh, and hold on, I had another one. This is the one. Boop. That did the full bow towards Samir and everything. Is boop, boop. That was sitting next to Jaden.
Oh, my new friend. I'm gonna make that person my friend. Also, that werewolf looks like they can be a very toxic furry. I'm just saying. Like I feel like I've heard of some furries who look like that are toxic.
You know
as
what?
heck.
Never mind. I'm gonna hold what I will say to myself.
Message me.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? Give you Glim. Hold on. Hold please. Give you what wonderful Glim looks like. Uh thinking about it. Thinking about it. There it is. Um anyway, yeah. So those are our wonderful players. Anyway, long as the story short, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for holding with us. Let's get back into the story. As the night gets into the swing of things, is there anything anyone would like to do, or anyone around that you would like to speak with, or any happenings that you would like to get into?
Yes. So I think what Nina's gonna do is that, like, especially after that encounter and checking in with and like listening in on Grandmama and the other lady, um she's going to um gonna sorry, I just looked at the chat. She's gonna walk over to, like, kind of like mingling, like saying hi to people, like, oh my gosh, hi, da, 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 but making her way to Dizzy, assuming that's not like a restricted area.
Hold please. Um, say one more time. Sorry.
But basically, what's it called? No, I don't remember. Oh, basically, I'm like trying to make my way to Dizzy, and I was asking if it's a restricted area.
Uh, it's it's not restricted in the sense of like there's like kind of red velvet lining, but there's not a person checking if you belong in this area. This is specifically the mingling portion, so people are kind of rolling in and out of that area.
But I thought that Nina walked in with Dizzy and her family, so they would be still at the same table.
Well, they weren't at the table. Nina started walking around, but
Oh,
yes,
okay.
you can go back to
Yeah.
where you.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's essentially what I'm asking. So I'm gonna go back over there, and I'm just gonna like act like I'm just tired, like I've been walking around in these heels all day or whatever, and I'm just like stretching, and I'm kind of like whisper talking to like Dizzy, and
Mhm.
I'm like uh so I find anything out that's interesting.
I mean, if you eavesdrop enough, you can hear plenty of things that are interesting. But if you mean things that are useful, not especially. There's something, I don't know if there's something going on, but I know that there's something that people are worried about that they're not talking about. That's about it.
Okay. You see that servant over there? And I'm gonna like kind of like do like a head tilt, like like that thing where you're like, look but don't look. Like
Dizzy will Dizzy's gonna drain her drink and then turn so she can signal for another drink and look in the direction that Nina's head is going and just scan the person as quickly as she can before she turns back to the table.
Of course, you do catch a full glimpse of the person, the servant in question. Yes.
What about him?
They look perfectly average with their mask and busboy uniform.
I almost said yo tool. Jeez. Nina's gonna take a drink and she's gonna be like, they're absolutely glamored, and whoever they are, they know me. They've been keeping very close all evening, making their rounds, seeming busy, but just help me keep an eye on them, would you? I have an inkling of who it could be. And if I'm right, it would be the person that I stole those very informative infernal items from. So,
well, luckily, I have informed the Queen's personal guard that I don't intend to move from my seat unless directed to. So I should be able to keep eyes out.
fantastic. Additionally, Samir's I overheard Samir's grandma and the was it confirmed that it was the mother of Jaden?
Yes.
And Jaden's mother talking, and definitely as assumed, like I think the deal is in regard to protection for Samir. And the mother made some very pointed comments about the effort them having to go through to make sure that this all kind of happens isn't necessarily worth whatever they're getting paid or whatever they're getting out of the deal. So, not sure if that's literal payment or something else.
Do we think this has anything to do with what Samir's grandmother told us when we were there for dinner?
Probably, if I were to guess.
Well, I mean, bad news because it means that her grandmother is doing something that she thinks may put Samir in harm's way. Good news, she's at least trying to put something between Samir and harm's way. I am not just sitting here because I don't like to dance. I have been listening, particularly for Celestial, just in case. Just trying to keep tabs on everybody in the room. The easiest way to do that is to stay where I am. Don't get too far from Samir.
Heard and received. Did you catch?
If I see anything, I'll let you know. Did I catch?
Gotcha. Did you? No, what was I gonna ask? Oh, anything of interest for so far? Anyone that stands out?
No, and that's what concerns me. Everybody looks average.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go and make my rounds. Stay close, relatively. Keep an eye on Samir. Keep an eye on Busboy over there, and see if I can pick up anything on the ground floor.
And if I see Busboy disappear, you'll be the first to know.
Appreciated. Don't get butt sores now. Bye.
Never.
And then I think Nina would go back and like mingle. Basically, I think that like at this point, and I don't really know who would be important here. So I don't know like how I would have to like what I would have to do. But I do think that Nina would like look for important people and also like try to like leverage her skill sets, which is like being persuasive and being sneaky to like try to get like in with these people. Essentially, she's trying to build her Rolodex of like she's trying to build her black book of like connections of people's numbers or something.
I would love to get Nina, because this is the main point of this, is to network and talk and chat and like chat people up and everything like that. So and anybody can do this if they are making some sort of effort to talk to a handful of people, more than 5 people or something like that. You can roll a persuasion or performance.
It's probably gonna be persuasion because that's what's highest, and I'm gonna add guidance to that. Oh, what were you gonna say?
It was more so the question of I don't want to do this to myself, but do I have to make any rolls in regards to do I dance good?
I would say you wouldn't have to do a roll unless you're literally putting on a show for people. Like if you're doing it bigger or like more flourished than you would normally have dance. So you tell me, would Samir put on a show or would Samir just go with the status dance?
We are doing it, but we're doing literally as a slow burn of like we touch, but it's like a soft like soft graze, and then we pull away, and then we linger on a glance, and then it's like, no, we're doing that. We're building up tension. We're building up tension as we're talking.
Okay, then yes, performance, please.
If you get a chance, would you be able to mark off another inspiration for me?
Yes,
I'm gonna use it.
Yes, I can for you, my friend. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then, okay, so 11 plus 3, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then plus 5, which is 17? Is that right? 14? No. 11? Yes.
I don't know where to start.
I can't do math. Oh my God. 11 plus 3 is 14. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. Girl math. Anyways.
I was about to say girl math, Bree. Girl math.
I can't. You would think that I haven't taken like high level math courses like calculus and linear algebra. It was like once I left school, all of that left my brain. It was like,
honestly, same. I went for engineering. Don't ask me how to do the equations. Thanks. Don't ask me how to add.
And I got a dirty 20 on mine.
Perfect. Okay, so the performance of a lifetime, honestly, between you and Jaden. Jaden is playing it up as well and doing his obviously his own flourished moves, and just kind of bouncing from person to person and then bouncing back to you and like, oh, that's just cool. Like it's a whole thing, and you mingling amongst all the folks and everything. We're not gonna talk about it. No. Just... Nothing happened. You can't prove it. As you
everything's fine here.
Everything's fine. Nothing to see. As you are mixing and mingling with everybody, you are putting on a show of your own, as Sir Sovereignty, as it were, because that's what they know you as here, and you are um, working it to your advantage. I can say, and I'm just going to give this to Dizzy, being in a particular location to see um, as um, as Jaden and Samir are putting on a show, which you can still see from a kind of elevated seating area of the rest of the dance floor and everything, as they are putting on a show and gathering a good enough crowd to just, that it's a good time um, being had down there for certain. And people are just kind of laughing and dancing and like joining in on their dance and then going back to their own thing. But something in that um, uh, kind of circle of folks that are gathered where the most enthusiastic dancers have been, including Samir and Jaden. Off to the edge of that circle is someone standing. Um, you see a feminine figure with stark white hair, um, dark skin, and very high pointed ears with deep blue to lavender eyes. And they're just kind of slightly, if you had to zoom and enhance, drinking from their cup. And if you had to put a word to the way that they are looking, they seem to be seething.
Insight check, please.
please, please insight check. And in chat, this is what you see.
That is a dirty 20.
That's why it's brawl. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, for sure they are following with their eyes Samir and Jaden as they just kind of work the floor.
They look. Do I get the impression that they're seething over Jaden or over Samir?
I think the answer would be yes.
Then I'd like to do a real deep perception check on them, please.
Okay.
I want to do a real severe ocular pat down.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception. You are fairly far away and there are people moving all around, but it's going to be kind of difficult to tell super great detail, but yes, please do.
I'm looking for things that I would recognize. I'm looking for things like, is that evidence of some kind of shoulder holster? Does it look like something has been brought into this party that's not supposed to be here? I want to make sure that this person isn't going to just shank somebody in the middle of the dance floor.
Okay, no problem.
I think I'm legally obligated to act. Keep rolling 14. That's only a 15.
Only a 15. With that, they don't it doesn't look like they have any weapons off to their side or anything that is missing a weapon, should I say? So it's not like,
Welcome, Raiders.
what's up,
Hello,
Raiders? It doesn't look like there's something that's just waiting to be thrown or hit.
Something. There's something about this I don't like. Do I see Samir's grandmother anywhere?
Yes, they are off to the side. They have stopped standing off to the side of the dance floor, and they have sat at the same table, speaking with each other and some other people in the area.
Can she see me?
Can Samir's grandmother see you? Um, she she kind of would be facing that way. So yeah, I would say she'd be able to see you if you like made yourself known to her eye line. Yes.
I'm gonna lift my glass to her as if in a toast to get her attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I want to just very pointedly and slowly turn my head to the person who is staring at Samir and Jaden.
She lifts the glass towards you, sips, pats her mouth, and then leans towards Ara and says something. Ara, from your visual, Ara goes into her pocket, picks up what seems to be something that she speaks into. And as she does that, the Janasi that was sitting at the table with them gets up. As if making a beeline for that person.
Okay. Better safe than sorry.
Stop going. Anyone, but I only need one of you to roll a luck check for me.
I will volunteer because I haven't done a lot of rolling. So I'll volunteer for that.
Mm-hmm.
High for the high cheekbones of maybe my future in-laws. 90.
Okay. Love that. With the 90, this Janasi that was sitting with the rest of the diamonds, something that at this point Dizzy could tell, or from the viewpoint, I'm gonna say Samir is in the midst of things and can't see this. And Nina, you have been paying attention to Samir, so once people start moving in, and it seems like they're not just moving towards the dance floor to get in, you start paying attention as the fire genasi walks up to this figure and just kind of quietly leans in and says something, and the figure turns around with kind of a huff. As they finish their drink, they turn, they make eye contact with Ara. And just kind of huff away as her and the fire genasi walk away.
Wait, so I clock this?
Yeah.
So the fire genasi leaves, or like is
with
still
this person, yes. As in, like, telling them and pushing them out.
Okay, bouncer.
Right. were there was it just like those people like going towards Samir and now like they're like getting forced out, or were there other people also kind
They
of like
weren't going towards Samir. They were just kind of seething on the
Watching with intent.
outskirts, watching with intent on
mm,
the outskirts of the dance circle that Jade and Samir have caused at this point. And as you were, or sorry, as it was alerted, it seems like this person was asked to remove themselves,
mm,
and the Genasi was helping that along.
mm. So can I do a quick check? It might not be quick. I basically want to see like, are they glamored? And if not, do I recognize who, like a history check, like do they seem familiar? Even if I don't necessarily know them, but like, do I know a family? Do I know like uh have I seen them in circles? Like my circles, the circles that I run in, which is crime and deception.
um, it would be very high, but you could do a history, or what's another good check for this? Um,
Let me put my thing over here.
yeah. I think history is going to be the best bet.
History. My history is not good. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna add guidance to that. Um,
Mhm.
let's see. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
okay. So that's a 5 minus 1, so a 4.
um, not a clue. Not a clue.
No clue. No clue.
No clue.
Head empty. Head empty. I'm like, oh, like how do they get the like? I'm like, I'm over here thinking of the logistics of like being a fire genasi and like fashion, because I'm like, you have to special order clothing, and so therefore, I'm not. I was like, oh crap, I was supposed to be paying attention.
You said zoom and enhance, but the wrong thing. Boy,
Right,
every
exactly,
time.
zoom in hands. But I'm looking at the boots, like.
Yeah.
While this is happening, does Samir notice that there's like a shift out of the corner of her eye, maybe?
Um, no, I would say
Dang.
no, because you're in the midst of a
Curse me
really
being good
cool,
at causing a scene.
like dance party scene. You're having your own thing over there. It's wonderful. So no, you don't notice it.
Oh,
Okay.
I would like to check something.
Yes.
Um, quick question. I know I had a conversation with Dizzy. Would Dizzy have like mentioned to me in that conversation about the wolf girl, or would it have like no? Okay.
That Dizzy
Um,
would have kept to herself because it's technically state business.
okay. Um, can I roll to see? I want to roll to see if there's anybody who like is looking at like who was like while the fire genasi was leaving, was looking at the fire genasi, but not in a way that it's like, oh, you in trouble, but in a way that's like either knowing or like they're on it. You know what I mean? Like very clearly they are already being like ushered out, right?
I think I might have made a mistake in the description. The fire genasi is the one escorting the um the drow
Oh,
figure out. That drow figure was doing the seething on the outskirts. The fire genasi was sent by Ara to
that's my
take
bad.
them out.
I
Yeah.
thought I thought I thought I must not have been paying attention.
No, you're
Well
fine.
then that, but for the drow.
Okay. Uh I would say yes. So roll a What kind
Would
of
it be
check would you-
perception or insight?
You want to see if somebody else clocked or is
Like if
looking
there's
at
a
them
knowing
with
look
intent.
of like, I know who that is, or like, I know.
You don't even have to roll for that because you're going to look because you were watching as the fire dynasty came out, like straight beelining, that they came from the table, and it looks like Ara for certain knows them and is kind of trying to laugh off whatever this encounter was.
Someone who's not Ara, because Ara is a guard, and I'm assuming I can't sweet talk her. At least Nina's assuming I can't sweet talk her. Like, be like, hey, baby girl, like, how you doing? Like, I can't do that with her. So I mean, like,
how do you know if you don't try?
How do you know?
On one hand, that, but on the other hand,
you know,
exactly.
on the other hand, if Samir does marry into this
people.
family, please don't.
I will tell you right now.
Hot people. I gave you hot people.
Here's what I'll do. Here's what I do. If I can't find anybody, if I beef this role, I will go up to Ara and try to sweet talk her. How about that?
Please. Please beef. Do a insight.
Okay.
I want this for you, but also not.
Also,
right.
Do a beef. Do a beef.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Okay. 18 plus 10, 28.
God dang. That's the opposite of a beef. Okay, so during this time in the escorting of this person out, you notice a few people start to turn as you're kind of just getting like not fully pushed past or pushed by, but they are being escorted out past some people, and some people kind of turn and look and blah 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 blah. I would say with a 28 insight, I'm going to give you this, and they're just going to say, you overhear somebody say, Mendardis just doesn't give up. That's just weird vibes.
I'm sorry, what name did you say?
Mendardis.
Okay.
Mindartis?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to be
Fantastic.
like,
I'm gonna roll up on these people. We can skip me, but I do want to roll up on the people that said that and be like, I'll be like, oh my gosh, what a spectacle. Some people just don't know how to control them. Oh, I'm so sorry. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Sovereignty at your service.
And you are walking up to someone that introduces themselves as they have the last name they say oh yeah, I'm Kara Mountain Jaw, just at your service. Yeah, no, that's Mendardis. They're not very good at taking no for an answer.
Wow. I mean, they were practically boiling. You would think that they had some history with how upset that sire was.
Ooh, let me just tell you. And that's where we're leaving tonight. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome. We are about to get ready to slide out. So we're gonna share that raid love here in a second. But before we do that, thank you everybody thanks to everyone for stopping by, hanging out, and chilling with us. We are gonna go around the table and tell everybody who you are and where they can find you between now and next week. Words are hard, okay? Starting with Ava.
hello, my darlings and dears. It's your mother, Ava, here. You can find me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture. I'm mainly on Twitter because it still has not been killed off fully yet. But if you don't want to find me there, you can either find me on Exquisite Corpse on Sundays, playing the anxious daughter of King Arthur in our Thirsty Sword Lesbian campaign, headed by DK. Or you can find me here on Girls in These Worlds on Tuesdays, playing a siren harpy lady who is just trying her best to be chill as everyone else panics, trying to solve a murder with in Monster Hearts. But yeah, it's been a delight. It's been great, and I love you all. Mwah.
Thank you. Love to hear it. Bree.
That's me. Don't wear it out. That's how that saying goes. I'm Bree. I've played Nina. We both use she, they pronouns. You can catch me when I'm not a blob in the abyss that doesn't exist on Neo's channel playing Hill University and a historically black magical school, magical college. And I play Yotul there. Other than that, you could find me on the social medias that are in the link tree that is somewhere around here in the ether. And then other than that, peace out, be gay, do crimes, and don't perish. That's it. Bye.
DK.
I'm that one. Hi, hello, that's me. I'm the DK one. You can find me on Twitter at Cadaver Narrative because I can't handle more than one major social media at a time. So if you want to know what I'm doing, it's that one. When I'm not here, I'm over on Exquisite Corpse Presents. You can catch me there Friday, Saturday nights, and Sunday early morning around brunch time. And you can also catch all of the Halloween stuff we're doing. I will be in some of that and other things I won't be in, but it's going to be very exciting. Back to you, Ryu.
Oh, hey, it's me. I am Ryu. I do stuff on the internet when my internet lets me, and I am here for GRTW as the technical director, and I do stuff here all the time. And I'm also the chaos mistress for Roll4Luck, which you were wonderful enough to stop by and hang with us for tonight. Please remember to stop by for all the Girls One These Roll socials, even if you can't give anything to our coffee or do the subscriptions. Please just like, subscribe, watch our stuff, and do the things and share, because our YouTube is very close to getting monetized, and we would just love that so very much. Go do the thing. Go catch up on all of our stories. We got a lot of them. Y'all awesome. I think I did my spiel. Did I say my name? I don't know. It's fine. We will see y'all next week. Okay, bye. Oh, wait, no, we're rating somebody.
It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
We're rating Faye. So stick around, share that love as we head out. Y'all be creative crime, and because Bree took my line, that's fine. And we will see y'all next time. Bye.